Today we are very few here. All right. Hi, good evening, everybody. Continuing from where we left, we have already understood the power of subconscious mind. We have already understood the power in our own health, in our own relationships, and how to generate money. So today we are going to be talking about work and how do we progress in what we are doing in our work, in our vocation, in our profession, in all sorts of work. So the topic of today is the work magic. And I am sorry for missing it in between because of my health, but I am sure that we're going to enjoy this session. Now, before we start, let's try understanding that person coming from a very average family, no financial backup, not much of an education, turns out to be a prime minister of a country in comparison to people with the best of the educational institutions, the best of the background, financial backgrounds, and not yet been able to even perform to the level they would want to perform. So, why is this difference? And how can we uh, get to do what we really choose to do and be happy in what we are doing? And everything boils down to gratitude, actually. Two people, same education, same background, same city, get into the same company. One goes upward and more promotions, bigger packages, more money, more satisfaction, more happiness. Another one starts spiraling it downwards and stuck up at the original point, not able to grow further in vocation. What is the difference between the two? Actually, the only difference between the two is nothing. People say sometimes it is, the person knows how to uh, do the flattery to the owners or to the senior managers. Or some people would say that, oh, this person does no work, he has no capability, but he spends time. Or, 100 other things we find out. But as per secret, we believe that it is only your gratitude attitude which makes a difference. And how should we cultivate that? If I'm not happy with the job I'm doing, I'm not happy with the place of work, that means I will never ever grow. Or how can I get the job which I love to have it? What is my dream job which I'm not yet able to get it? My package is not good enough. I'm not very happy with my colleagues, with the nature of the work I'm doing. I get very frustrated and I don't really know. Even if I'm a mother at home, I'm not happy with what I'm doing. I feel I do a thankless job. Nobody is happy about what I'm doing. Nobody admires. Everybody demands job from me. Everybody wants me to do the work. No recognition, no appreciation. So whether you are a mummy at home or whether you are working elsewhere, but if these kind of worries or negative thoughts come, it only pulls you down. Now, how can you change your thinking and how can you bring the positivity in life is to do the gratitude. Even if you want a dream job, how would you get your dream job? If you start having a gratitude for your existing job, you will always grow more and more and get into a better position. But if you keep cribbing and crying and saying that I'm stuck up at a wrong position or in a wrong organization or with the wrong people, if you have these kind of worries or negative energies, it will only pull you down. You may even reach a position where you lose what you have, not even get what you're getting. It has nothing to do with your education. It has nothing to do with your talent. It has nothing to do with your skills. Everything only boils down to the gratitude. And if you learn to do that gratitude wherever you are, you will reach and touch the skies. That is for sure. So when we talk in terms of the the power of work and how we can create the magic in our life. I would want, John, if you can share that story of a potter, who was creating the pots. I will tell you the story by the time John will share that slides with us. And then I would want you, each one of you, to read it. But let me tell you, there was this potter who used to make beautiful, potters. John, I wouldn't want you to, yeah, just hold for 2 minutes. Let me finish the story and then we will share it. So he used to create beautiful pots and sell it in the market. And that was his job. He was very happy doing that. Whatever he was selling, he will get the money. And with that money, his family was running. Children were getting food, children were going to school. And that is how his life. And suddenly, after a number of years, he started getting this feeling very intense in him that, what I'm doing is so useless. I just every day sit down on this potter's wheel and I create this number of pots. I go and sell it. People don't even notice my beautiful creativity or the art I'm doing it. And like I'm so frustrated. And he started feeling very, very negative. When the negative energy started in him, naturally, his work was getting impacted because he was not able to put that kind of a heart into the work which he was doing. His pots were beautiful, gorgeous. Every pot he created would be sold by the evening. But now, when he started having this kind of a negative energy, his pots started reflecting that. They were not so beautiful, they were not so good. Sometimes they were crooked, they were, tilted here and there. But anyway, he was doing it because that was the way he was earning and getting some money out of it. Slowly, slowly, his sales started reducing. And then he started finding a reason why the sales is not so much. He said, oh, nowadays people don't buy pots. And now these kind of pots are out of fashion. I don't really know what. Because the more lack of gratitude he had, the further he started falling down into the work he was doing. And he was becoming more frustrated because now even the money started becoming less. And the less of a money, he said, what is the point of doing this useless job? Nobody admire, nobody appreciates, no money on the top, then why should I be doing it? But I am not educated, I don't have options, I can't get another job. And that is how he started feeling more and more bad. Till one fine day, a lady came in and said that I just have come to thank you, this old lady said, because this pot I had purchased a long back, and because of you, for years together, my family was getting a fresh water. I used to bring the fresh water here, and I have just come to you to thank you enough in abundance. Because of you, my family is so healthy. The moment the old lady said, he started feeling, oh my God, I never even thought that I'm contributing to somebody's good health just by creating that little pot. And his attitude towards his work started changing. He again started enjoying making those pots. And again, the pots started becoming beautiful and better. And then the things again changed towards the positive note. And he from there reached to skies. This is such a simple, straight, simple story which talks about the value of gratitude. John, I would request you to now share it. And I would want each of the participants now to unmute yourself and one by one read. So the first part is the potter's life. May I request Pratima, you to just unmute yourself and read these 4 points on the screen.
The potter's life. Ravi, a potter, shaped clay into beautiful pots every day. His work supported his family and served the community. He woke up early and worked with dedication. Simple work, big impact.
Thank you so much, Pratima. And indeed, because he was creating these pots, it was sold in the same community. It was very simple, small work, but it had such a wonderful, big impact to the community. But then let's move on to the next slide. And I request Rajalakshmi to read the next. Johnson, can you change the slide, please? Now, I just want you to read it because I want you all to, enjoy every bit of this story. It's a very simple story. And now we talk about his growing frustration. Rajalakshmi, unmute and please read the 5 points on the screen.
Yes, ma'am. The growing frustration. Over the years, Ravi felt tired and unappreciated. No one notices me. What's the point? He started rushing his work and lost his passion. Customers stopped buying his uneven pets. Gratitude faded, and so did his craft.
Thank you so much, Rajalakshmi. So, see, the minute frustration starts setting into your work, you start feeling that you're not appreciated, you're not happy about it. And in turn, people start noticing your frustration. I request who's Afroza. Afroza, can you unmute yourself and read the next 4 lines about the old women entry into his life?
The old woman. One day an old woman visited his shop. She carried a pot he had made years ago. She said, because of your hands, my family has had fresh water through every season. His work had silently touched lives.
Thank you very much, Afroza. Thanks a lot. See how such a small little thing had such a lasting impact onto the life of that family. Everything has some impact somewhere. But when we look at the negative aspect of the job or the work we are doing, I always say where you focus, energy flows. Where energy flows, that area grows. When that area grows, it actually impacts your mind through and through. So, what happened is that the minute this old lady visited, what she did a job was only she shifted the focus from negative to positive. There were a lot of families impacted, but we wait for somebody else to come and tell us that. And the whole change start to happen. So how his little work had silently touched the life of that old lady was so significant to build in the motivation, that intrinsic motivation into him so that he could start to do the work again. Can we take the slides further? And we have Sakshi. Is it Sakshi? Shakti. I think it is Shakti. So Ravi's realization, can you unmute yourself and just read these 4 statements on the slide, please? I think Shakti is taking time. Ravi, can you please unmute yourself and just read these 4 statements to us? Ravi is saying,
Hello.
can I request? Yeah, Ravi, thank you very much.
Hello, ma'am.
Can you,
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
no,
I'm
no, it's
driving.
okay. All right.
I
It's
can't read
perfectly
it.
all right.
Let
I
someone
will
read it.
ask.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, thank you
thank
very
you.
much for
Thank you.
informing. May I request Mr. John to read Ravi's realization to us?
Ravi's realization. Her words moved him deeply. He looked at his tools with his new eyes. That night, he whispered, "Thank you," to his work for the first time. Gratitude returned to his heart.
Thank you so much, John. Now, see, when you respect your work respects you. Just this little magical word of thank you made the whole difference. The internal awakening happened with the word of the old lady. But he started looking at its own tools from a different viewpoint. And he started saying, thank you very much, that he could touch the life of so many other people. The fact remains that once we realize it, the life is different. The whole purpose of today's session is that let us start seeing however negatives we have at our place of work, or the job we do at home or in office, can we still have a gratitude for what we have so that we enjoy the bigger promotions, bigger pay packets, bigger satisfaction, happiness, and so on and so forth. Let's change the slide and read the last part of it. So the new beginning. I would like to read this. Next morning, Ravi worked with renewed joy. Joy at the place of work is very, very important. Each pot became an art again. People returned to buy his creations. So the sales, which has dropped down like anything, it actually started creating the resonance in the community again. His happiness came from the work itself, not fame nor the money. Purpose was reborn through the gratitude. So the whole thing, the same work, the same people, the same place, the same tools, everything was same in his life. But the only thing which moved or shifted was his own attitude of gratitude. Thank you very much, John. So what we are learning today is wherever we are working, whatever capacity we are working in, if we start looking at our work more positively, first our performance will change. When our performance changes, the life at large will change. When we see the things from a more positive perspective, see every job, every place of work will have some good things, will have some bad things. If you focus at what is not good, you will have plenty to look at. But if you look at that, who is a loser? You are a loser. If you don't want to be a loser, then it is in your benefit to look for all the good things. So, but if you look at all the good things, the energy flows there. When energy flows, that area grows. When that area grows, your performance grows. When your performance grows, appreciation towards your work grows. And then who benefits? You benefit in turn. So I think this is a beautiful story which we have seen it. Let us talk about our homeworks first. Have we been doing our homework? Because there's been a very, very big gap in between. But as we agreed to each other, we all will maintain our diaries. We all will say three things every day in our diary: what and why. Gratitude for three things. What is that thing for which you want to have a gratitude, and why you think you are happy to have that gratitude. Having said that, I think it is very, very important for us all to understand that having gratitude can really bring in miracles. Are we doing that and writing thank you, thank you, thank you, the three magic words every single day? Sorry. Let's have a quick feedback from each one of you in true honesty. That have we been very regular in our writing up of a three things: what, why, and thank you, thank you, thank you three times, and saying it aloud after that. So it's not only writing it once, but reading it aloud. So let's unmute and quickly say, Pratima, are you doing it regularly? Yes, no?
Yes, I have been doing it. I did miss 1 or 2 days, but I did it the next day
You catch
again.
up then. Beautiful. So
Yeah,
even if you
yeah.
miss it and you catch it up, I am fine with it. Rajlakshmi, what is your scene? Are you doing it regularly?
Ma'am, I was doing regularly. Due to Navratri, for 5 days I didn't do. Today I will start again, definitely.
And please catch up on the days which you have missed.
Yeah,
Afroza,
sure,
what's
sure.
your scene? Afroza?
Yeah, ma'am, same here. Like, my father is sick, so that why like some days are missed. Otherwise, I'm doing.
Very, very nice. Ravi, can we have your feedback while you're driving? That are you able to do the write up or you're not writing at all?
Yes, ma'am, I'm writing it, yeah, every single day.
Brilliant. Very, very nice. So my only humble request is that even if you've missed out because of Navratri or the festivities around, please make it a point that you put this diary next to your bed so that before you even start your day, if you write it down, you're able to visualize the most positive way your day ahead. And I wish you all a very, very happy life, and you will see the difference. Our day should be starting with these. All those who have missed past few days, including me, I did miss it. I was not well. I had no stamina to even think and write. I skipped 2, 3 days, but today I'm feeling much better, and I'm sure I will catch up on that as well. Second point, which we need to do it for our work. Imagine that you have an invisible manager. So when you are at your work, this manager is holding a diary and a pen and walking around with you wherever you work. Look at each and every part, and then you need to actually identify the areas for which you can have a gratitude and keep jotting it down. It may not come to you spontaneous, but if you go around, you may thank for your colleague being there, you may thank for your managers being nice, you may thank for the your workstation which you have, you may thank for the tools and techniques which you're using, you may thank for your education and expertise to be in that field, you may thank for any stakeholder for that matter, the children who love you if you're in the industry to deal with children, whatever. You must start identifying first all the things which you think you should be having a gratitude for. And then you will sit down. Now you know what, but you need to write why. So if you say, I'm happy because, say, for example, I have such wonderful tools which I know about this particular profession and I'm enjoying it, then I write why I'm enjoying it. Why is very important. Like, say, for example, if I want to write my gratitude for this particular session, I would say immense gratitude to the universe for giving me an opportunity to conduct this session for my loved ones. And I feel immense gratitude because of that. I read so much, I get an access to all those lovely material. And I think when I give something to someone, it somewhere touches a chord in my heart. And I feel too good, too happy about it. Thank you for making me feel good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that way, write as many points. And here we are not restricting it to 3. We are saying write as many as you can. And then every statement, what, why, and a gratitude. And of course, you will end your day with that gratitude rock, that one best thing of the day which you have spent. So your beginning and your end remains the same. And suppose on a weekend when you're not going to your place of work and you think that you don't feel like internalizing this, you can use your weekend towards your money, your manifestation. You can use weekend for your health manifestations. You need to set your priorities. You may like to do 2 days a week, 3 days a week about your workplace, and you may like to continue doing your money, your health, your relationship. Each one of us are a different human being, and each one of us have different needs for that matter. So I think it is very, very important that we identify our needs and accordingly we put it in that proportion into our life of saying gratitude. But 3 things in the morning and 3 things at 1 thing at night with the gratitude block is a stable activity which we do. But Sir John, I would like you to share that one slide of the PPT, which I would want them to say it. So the fact remains that if we crib about the things around us, that only will create unhappiness in our own life. And that's going to bring uh, things in much, much different way. So I would want uh, someone, Pratima, if you can read Works Like Magic. If Pratima ma'am can read this for us.
Yeah. Work's life magic. While at work today, write notes every time you find something to be grateful for. Your job today is to look for as many things as you can to be grateful for by saying, I'm so grateful for what, and feel as grateful as you can.
Very, very nice. So basically, we need to see that we keep looking at the things, listing them down, and saying that I am having a gratitude towards this specific thing, and I have immense thankfulness for all this in my life. So, is there anything which you want me to answer, or you have any doubts? This is for sure that unless you are grateful for the job which you're doing today, unless you are having a gratitude for your work and whatever you do not express that, you will not grow. If you want a growth, if you want professional, happiness into your life, you have to learn to have regular gratitude to every single thing which you are doing. If you have no gratitude, even what you have will be taken away from you. That I'm very, very sure. Your performance and the money you get is proportional to your gratitude towards your work. If you have immense gratitude, you will have immense success and immense money. When business people, instead of having a gratitude, fill it up with the worries. Oh my God, market is so bad. Recession is setting in. Things are just not going well. The downward spiral starts. So the more you will have a gratitude, the more help, the more support, the more happiness, you will actually start enjoying the beautiful moments of your place of work. If you don't feel good, the job you have, you will never be able to grow. You need to admire your current work to be getting better at work and getting better results elsewhere. Think you are actually the manager, and you need to be with a paper and a pen. And when you are at your place of work, start writing in your book that what are those things which you have in gratitude for. So you need to keep writing. It may not come to you when you're away from work, but when you are at work and you are able to see that, I am sure that you will be able to list it down. The more deeply your manager can see what you're doing, your gratitude, the more you will grow. So you need to see that if you're writing it down, do you just writing it down for the heck of it? Or you're writing it down because you immensely feel that. So as relations are important, as money is important, as health is important, your work is also important, because the most of your wakeful hours, most of us spend at our place of work. And if you're into business, and if your business is not doing well, and if you start focusing on, oh my God, it's not doing well, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Just things are not working out. Everything is becoming so expensive in this country. Believe it, you will never, never, ever be able to take the business to the next level. If you want it to go to the next level, whatever work you're doing, you're not getting money, perfect. I understand you're not getting money. But are you getting anything out of it? Are you getting happiness? Are you getting satisfaction? Are you able to give to society something? Money is not everything in life. So if you have to have gratitude, you can't directly connect it to only money. You can connect it to your satisfaction. You can connect it to your happiness. You can connect it to, the people who are supporting you, the friends which you have at the place of work, the people who admire you. Maybe they admire you as a person in their personal lives. Can you look for the reasons and make that list ready tonight? If you find it difficult, the exercise continues tomorrow morning at your place of work. But if Saturday and Sunday are off days for you, then this will be an activity for Monday for you. If you're a housewife, then you can start it immediately at work, at home, and start listing the things down. What is very important is admiration, happiness, gratitude, praise, enjoying every little bit of it. So I think for today, we are done. This is the magic at the place of work. And let us enjoy the magic at our place of work by having immense gratitude for whatever we are doing today in whichever capacity, and then get the magical results. Thank you so much. So with this, we conclude chapter 6 of Secret, where we say work, and with work, the power of magic at your place of work. So let me remind you that we have already covered your health, your money, your relationships, and now your work. Our first two chapters were on general power of subconscious self, and it was about the miracles which life can make. Chapter 1, we talked about writing 3 things, and chapter 2, we wrote about the gratitude rock at the night before sleeping, and looking into this magic works everywhere. It works into your relationship with your spouses. It works into your relationship with your children. It works into your relationship with every significant person in your life. And we will continue this magic practice. But my humble request is, please try to be regular. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes to write your 3 points if you put it into your priority list. And at night before sleeping, if you hold your gratitude rock every night, you will enjoy it immensely. If anybody would like to ask any question, or you want to share something with the group, if you have experienced any magic, now it is your time. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, we are writing a gratitude journal. After writing, we are getting some changes in life. How we are getting the changes? What is the scientific reason? Can you tell me, ma'am?
Beautiful. So this is what we discussed in our first session. So this whole is a game of energies. So when we are writing that gratitude in our journal, that moment we are actually conveying the energy into this universe, which is positive. Energy cannot be created, energy cannot be destroyed. Energy can only change its position and location. So the minute you create this energy into the universe, this energy is like a magnet. And the minute it gets to the environment, it only attracts the best from your psychosocial ambience, your environment, and that starts impacting you. So if you are throwing the negative energy, it is attracting only the negative, and that is how it starts making you suffer, feel sad, feel bad about it. But the minute you start resonating with this universe through the positive energy, that positive energy start creating that concentric circles around you, and they become your shields to protect you from negatives in your life. which is an amazing science. And now, as I'm reading more and more in the field, because before I come for the class, I am amazed to see that how people have explained it with the scientific principles. So it is just not a thought, but it is a pure established science. Joe Dispenza, who talks about neuroplasticity, he says that you, every moment within your body, there are thousands of cells which are dying, and there are thousands and millions and billions of cells which are being created. So every single moment, it is new you. So you can't say that I am Alka who was yesterday, who was today, which will be tomorrow and day after tomorrow. It will remain you, the Alka, the same, if you are not letting anything around in your psychosocial ambience touch you. But every human being is nothing but an interaction with the psychosocial ambience. Now, your psychosocial ambience can throw some negative to you, can throw some positive to you. But if you as a person has that shield which you develop with this gratitude, then it just reflects the negativity back. So if you remember, if you go to the Rama and Sita, and if you remember, when Bhagwan Ram had gone, he had drawn a circle around Sita ji, and he said, don't step out of this. Till the time you stay within the circle, no negativity will touch you. Now it is the Shara today. So this comes to my mind. And it said that the moment you step out, so the minute Ravan came in the form of a bhikshuk, bhikshuk is like beggar asking for something. And she wanted to give it within that line, that Lakshman Rekha. But the minute he said no, he moved back because he also knew that when she will step out, he can attack. But till the time one is within that Lakshman Rekha, nothing would happen.
Nothing will
The
happen.
point out here is, by gratitude, we create that Lakshman Rekha for ourselves. So anybody who's trying to hit us with their negative thoughts, with their negative words, with any kind of a negativity, it will just go back. So we need to create that within and around us, and it makes us very strong, very, very strong. And when you resonate this positive energy to the environment, all the cells which are regenerating every single minute, it is more and more positive you. So it is this simple. It doesn't need years and hours and, days and months together to work on yourself. Because by nature, your brain is generating multiple billions and millions of cells every moment. So live in the moment, enjoy the moment, resonate, irrespective of the worst things of the past. Your future is in your hands. Past was negative, fine. Why the negativity stay? Because we feed that negativity. We don't let go that past. We keep thinking about that. How dare somebody could do this to me? How this, when this mind will not allow you to leave your past, how would you create the new you? So who is the hurdle between the bad past and great future? It is you. So you need to let the negative past disappear. Forgive and forget. Till you forgive, you're not able to forget. Somebody did bad to you. Till date you say, oh my God, see, he did this to me. Today I was reading about marital relationships and the magic, which probably I'll take next. It was so beautiful. He said, husband and wife had a fight. Husband said bad words. The wife clings on to those. Oh my God, he told me this. He told me this. He told me. And she's not letting that negativity go out. and then she remains negative, and then he becomes negative, and the relationship worsens. Who is the cause of it? You are the cause of it. And if somebody is nasty to you and say bad things to you, unless you have that shield of your gratitude, it will impact you more. So please keep writing your journals every single day and keep enjoying the magic in your life. Thank you so much. Thanks for asking questions, Rajalakshmi. I love
Yes,
when you
ma'am.
ask questions. Please,
Yeah,
anybody
I also
else?
like to know all these things, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
I like to know
Anybody?
the scientific things, really. I'm very much interested.
See, the point is when we try to justify it too much of logic, sometimes we get entangled into the logic and we are not able to admire and see the magic. So enjoy the magic and don't waste your energies on how it happened, why, it is happening like this with me now. Instead, enjoy it and say immense gratitude to the universe for making it happen in our lives. Because the more and more gratitude in abundance we do, the more we do, the more we get. Keep doing it instead of wasting your time on any form of a logic. Just do it and enjoy. And if the magic is happening, it is you who's creating the magic. And a lot of you keep writing to me in my personal wall asking how it started happening in my life. I don't know. I don't want you to know how. Just say what and why. That's enough for us. What are we having gratitude for? And why are we having gratitude for? How it is bringing the miracles? Enjoy the miracles, enjoy the magic, and have a lovely future. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Any other question anybody has? All right. So, homework till the time you are at a place of work. If you are enjoying Saturday and Sunday as a holiday, you will start it on the weekday, Monday, looking for the things at your place of work which you can have an immense gratitude for. If you are working on Saturday, you can do it today and continue it tomorrow, listing it out, what things you can have a gratitude for at your place of work. And once you know that, then what, why, and your magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you, as many times. And I again will repeat where I started, that one person with no education, with no money, with nothing with him, becomes the prime minister of the country, president of the country, billionaire and millionaire, which he doesn't have an answer for. The only thing is, it was gratitude, gratitude, and gratitude which made this difference. And if you want this magic in your life, start having immense gratitude for whatever little you have in your life. I think we all are very blessed lives because we have so much more than what others in this world have. The only thing we need is to voice it out loud and clear and say the gratitude. Thank you so much.